Hello, and welcome to the Movie Universe. I'm your host, Movie Fan. Today, I'll be playing Final Fight on the Super Nintendo. I think many people are very familiar with this game, but if you're not, I'll tell you all about it. Now, normally I would tell you what the gist of the story is, but the game does such a good job of telling the story as it plays out that I'll just let that tell it for me. And that's the gist of what's going on. So now I have to choose my characters. I could choose between Hagar the mayor, who is the girl's father, or her boyfriend Cody. I'm gonna choose Cody this time because I always choose Hagar. To play the game in particular, it's nothing real new. It's just basically a side-scrolling beat 'em up. You push the Y button to punch, you push the B button to jump, and you push the Y and B button at the same time if you want to do a special attack. But I would not recommend using that too often because with any special attack, you end up draining a percentage of your life. It's not much, but in this game, you're going to need every ounce of life you've got. Now, the reason I say that is because this game is pretty tough. In fact, this is one of the hardest beat 'em up games I've ever come across. And I've played a lot of them. I've played Super Double Dragon, I've even played Batman on the NES, and this game takes the cake for me because, truth be told, I have never been able to beat this game without Game Genie. In fact, I haven't even beaten the second level without it. I'm not kidding. I don't know what it is. I just cannot get past level 2. I say this game is so hard because you get a whole bunch of bad guys outflanking you left and right. And of course, if you got the right kind of person, you can really kick some serious butt here. For instance, playing with Cody, I can do some really quick punches, which really helps a lot. But you know, it's only a matter of time before they start outflanking. And to make matters worse, you get people who throw knives, people who throw dynamite, and there are so many times that I fight certain bad guys, like this big boss man here. I try to avoid his jump kick, and no matter what I do, he always gets me. It also doesn't help that you do not get too many things that can restore your life. They are around, but they're not as available as in so many other games. Not to mention, a good lot of the time, you end up breaking barrels and uncovering stuff that really doesn't help you at all. I mean, I end up getting diamonds, rings, and stuff like that, and I'm asking myself, what's the point of this? I mean, what does it do for me? But despite all the trouble I have in this game, I do find it to be a lot of fun. In fact, I'm still trying to this day to get past level 2 without the help of Game Genie. The biggest problem I have is the second boss, Katana. I can go through the first boss, Thrasher, without too much trouble, but Katana, he is another story, because this guy carries samurai swords, which obviously would cut me a lot better than punches, and to make matters worse, every time I knock a sword out of his hand and punch him a few dozen times, he bull charges me, knocks me down, takes a good quarter of my life while doing it, and I literally have no defense. And not to mention, in this game, you can't block at all. I mean, at least in Street Fighter you could block, but in Final Fight, no, you can't block. You're just stuck trying to duck or maybe punch him first before he gets you, if you're lucky. And so far, I have not been lucky in that sense. And this is why I cannot get past level 2 without the Game Genie. Maybe someday I'll get through level 2, but not today. As I've said before, it's a fun game, but it's a tough one. So if you're someone who's looking for a real challenge, this is probably the game for you. This is Movie Fan, signing off.